Meyer.
And I'm Ladanian Davis.
And we're Team Q&A.
Today we will be interviewing Mr. Sottile at Calavera Hills Middle School.
My first question is, do you like teaching here and why?
Thanks for asking, and thanks for coming over to Calavera Hills Middle School. I'm super excited to be teaching here. I love it. I love the community at Calavera. I love the size of the school. We've got great facilities. We've got an awesome science program. I love my staff that I work with, my colleagues, and most importantly, I love the students here.
Okay, my next question is, why did you become a science teacher?
You know, I'm really enthusiastic and excited about science. I think science is a great way to explore and understand your world. And as a science teacher, I get to share that passion for science with my students.
And what do you like about STEM projects?
Yeah, the STEM is a great acronym that's come out lately: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, as I'm sure you know. The stuff that I've been most fascinated with lately is the E part of STEM, the engineering component, because it's been really neat to see what my students build and come up with when they're presented with an interesting question.
And my last one is, what's your favorite part about STEM?
Favorite part about STEM? Probably that E part again, you know, just the neat things that we get to explore the world. We do things in my science class like build hot air balloons to understand buoyancy, or we'll build rockets to understand Newton's laws and the physics of motion. Most recently, we were exploring desalination in the water cycle, and so we made desalination units. So I just get excited about the E part of STEM, but they all go together. You know, you can't have the T or the M without the S and the E.
They all like link together.
Exactly. Fusion.
Can you tell us about Project Lead the Way?
Yeah, Project Lead the Way is it's a new course pathway that we're offering here at Calavera Hills Middle School. It's an elective pathway for students that want to take on some more science. We've made it a part of the wheel in 6th grade, so in 6th grade our students are doing automation and robotics. So they're exploring some coding and some engineering and building, and lately I've been seeing them build robotic vehicles that they've been powering up and down the hallways here during 6th period.
That's really cool.
Is there a quick project you can share with us today?
Yeah, totally. I'm glad you guys came over. I brought over some dry ice that some people may or may not be familiar with, so come on, let's take a look. So dry ice, sometimes you see it at holiday parties. They call it dry because it doesn't actually melt. It just goes from a frozen state into its gaseous state. It's carbon dioxide, which is something that we all breathe in and out. So everybody, and go ahead at home too, you can do this. Take a deep breath and breathe out. When you breathe in oxygen, you breathe out carbon dioxide, and if you take that carbon dioxide and turn it into a solid and freeze it, you wind up with dry ice. So you might have seen this. If we put it in the water here, you can see that it bubbles and it looks like smoke, but actually what you're seeing here is water vapor that's cooling off. And if you look closely at the chunk that I put in there, you see how it has like a little air bubble around it?
Yeah.
It's not really touching the water, it's sublimating. It's a phase change where a solid changes directly into a gas. So it's sublimating right there, and you'll notice that the vapor here falls straight down, and that's because carbon dioxide is more dense than air, so it sinks down low. So over here, I have a fish tank that I've put a bunch of chunks of dry ice in. All right, so let's go ahead and try and blow some bubbles in here, huh?
All right. Trying to make them float.
Totally. Yes.
Whoa, they float.
There you go, and you can see them, right? See how they're suspended midair? It's because they're floating on that invisible layer of carbon dioxide gas. The suspended bubbles.
That looks really cool. So they just kind of like float down?
Yeah, well, because the carbon dioxide is more dense than the air, so you've got carbon dioxide on the bottom and they're floating on top of a layer of CO2. Science is cool.